Very good clips. Give it up for very good clips. Go subscribe to them.
My chain, my chain, my chain, my chain. Don't you like my chain?
Do you guys know about Theodore Junker? He was an SS officer who ended up moving to the United States. Do you guys know about him? I just figured out who this guy was. See, can I read this article? Yeah, here he is. This is this guy. God, I've been laughing at this photo ever since I saw it. So this is a pretty old article. I think this is from 2006, the Associated Press. Look at this guy. Ted Junker. Here he is. A retired farmer who says he served in a branch of German paramilitary unit in World War II is turning some of his property into a memorial to Adolf Hitler. Ted Junker, 87, plans a grand opening June 25th. Again, this is him. That's the man. This is his dream. He says his goal is to clear up what he says are inaccuracies about the war and Hitler's role in it. This is what he wanted to do in his... he was hoping it'd be the thing he's remembered by, I think. I like the U.S., he said. I can't understand why people don't know the truth. This is for understanding, not hate. Well, it is a symbol of peace. Junker said the memorial is in a concrete structure in the side of a hill and has a German flag and other items for display. Junker said he volunteered to join the German... Now, you actually say Waffe SS? Sorry, you got me. I don't actually know how to say I've always said Waffen. But then I was like, in German, isn't it a V? It's like Waffen? Is it like Waffe SS? Let's call it Waffen SS. Was the fighting branch of the Nazi Party's dreaded paramilitary unit, the Schutzstaffel, commonly known as the SS, the unit. So the guy was in the SS. This dude. In 1955, he came to the United States. He said he worked as a janitor in Chicago. Boy, did that not un-Nazi him. Working as a janitor in Chicago, if there are any missing person cases or unsolved murders in Chicago during this time, please look into Ted Junker. If there's a detective in Chicago, get his DNA. Sugar Creek Town Chairman Lauren Waite said Junker told local officials he was going to build a tractor shed, not a Hitler memorial, and he hasn't applied for the conditional use permit he would need for the venture. As long as it's just on his back 40, that was one thing, but now that he's gone public, we're afraid of what's going to happen here. Okay, there's more. There's more. So now you have the context that's going to set this up for Theodore Junker, and I love that photo of him. Here we go.
60 years.
So here we go. So there are not a lot of people know about him. So there's only a few videos of people that have gone to visit the Hitler shrine that he built. But now his Hitler shrine is abandoned in the woods of Chicago, and anyone can go see it. It's an abandoned Hitler museum in the woods. Wisconsin is a dark place. It's a bad place, man. There are cells of Satanists and serial killers up there, and they're doing crazy stuff. Summoning spirits, sacrificing children. It's a very, very dark land up there. And if you're lucky, you might stumble upon a shrine to Hitler.
And the toppling of the Nazi government, a former SS officer living comfortably in the American countryside still dreamt of Hitler's Third Reich and spent his entire life savings erecting a large memorial to the men who fought for the vile regime and a shrine to his beloved Führer, who he fought for more than a half-century ago.
He rules.
The memorial was abandoned after the creator's death. And
he built this at 87. The will of this man, people that love Hitler, they really love him. You think Jews love Israel? Dude, Don't get between an old man and Hitler. This is... They have Beatlemania when it comes to the guy. The late
Rumors
dictator.
of the location of this vile abandonment attracted the attention of 3 explorers. Today on Strange Places, Max Power and his crew go on an adventure to rediscover this lost monument to tyranny. And what they found at the site was truly surreal and disturbing. Follow Max and his crew on their journey to one of the
built this with his bare hands. Look at that. It's beautiful, too. Not the shrine to Hitler, but although it does look structurally sound, I'm just saying it's by the pond and everything.
Holy sh**. The government wanted to keep all this secret.
And take a look at the incredible, never-before-seen footage Max discovered on an old videotape left at the scene.
None of these videos have any views. This guy's like 6,000 views. There's only a couple of people that have visited and documented it. But here it is. This guy has tape, too, the original tape of the guy.
Who died in World War II. This memorial is right here in the United States, and it's probably not where you think it is either. Some of our best finds were not the memorial itself, but what we found.
The video's not very well done, but
we found it, and we recovered it. Since it's so well documented,
he has a VHS tape.
This footage is exclusive
here of
footage
Theodore
of
Junker.
the guy. This shows what the Nazi memorial looked like before it was abandoned, and it has footage of the guy who built the place, the former SS officer. This footage is exclusive footage. You will not find this footage anywhere on the internet. There is only one tape of this made, and we found it, and we recovered it. Since it so well documents what the place looked like before it was abandoned, I have to have this footage for my video. So what I'm going to do is,
so here they are
in an SS battalion,
woods.
maybe as infantry, definitely someone who was fighting on the Eastern Front rather than being a concentration camp guard, which is how he avoided prosecution. We're going down.
Finally, we discovered the
good.
former officer's road.
He wasn't a real Nazi. He wasn't in the camps. Sorry. He's a poser.
So right now, we just came through the forest. We just got onto the roof of this place. Behind us, to all victims of Allied persecution and genocide, may God ever be with them. Obviously, he has a twisted view of history. He says that the people who should be memorialized are the people who died from Allied persecution. Also says German war-related deaths. The German Reich, 3.25 million. I think that's the amount of soldiers who died. That is actually a fact. The air war, those were all the Allied bombings of Germany. Those killed about 1 million people. Sounds like it might be accurate. I think it was lower than that. Other war-related deaths amongst Germany's allies, it has a list. And what's interesting is they left out Japan.
Actually,
so he only has a shrine for
However,
the...
it looked like it was an afterthought, as the lettering was pasted to the black ground.
Unbelievable.
I'd also like to point out that we're obviously not freaking Nazis. We're here to...
We're not freaking
killing
Nazis.
Germans.
There were no extermination camps that the Allies set up.
The camps...
I have some really bad news, by the way. I looked it up. This place was bulldozed 2 years ago. They would be having the Groypers would be having raves. This would be Groyper Coachella if this place was still standing. But sadly, I believe it was bulldozed over. I haven't seen anybody visit it on YouTube, and I think the earliest video is like from 4 or 5 years ago, so I think it's gone now.
Established by the Allies in occupied Germany were POW camps designed to contain German troops as part of the disarmament and occupation of Germany. The only camps in which large numbers of German troops died were in the Russian gulags, harsh prisons where their inhabitants were starved and forced into hard labor. However, even the post-war gulags did not kill as many people as Hitler's concentration camps, camps specifically designed to kill people.
17 million Germans forced.
Sounds like the kids are woke.
Also, probably correct. So this is true, but it should not be memorialized. Obviously, Germany was the guilty party in this war. That was the result.
I got to pause it again. Obviously, we're not Nazis. We just wanted to see the Hitler shrine, but we think it's bad. But we are. I know this is a bad look that we walked 20 miles into the woods to see the Hitler shrine.
Interestingly, some of this is right.
I understand it's not the best look.
All these facts have been cherry-picked from history to depict Germany and the Nazis as the victim. I can't even believe something like this exists anywhere in the world, especially not in the United States. Europe was united against communism. The US and Great Britain united with communism.
Europe was united against the communism, and the US and Great Britain united with communism.
There's this huge patio where he believed that visitors would gather, and
he thought that, you know, the Aryan Brotherhood could maybe gather here and I guess have cookouts.
Pay tribute to this memorial and pay tribute to the fallen Nazis.
Crazy he built this at the age of
The
87.
Nazis won. I think it's the strangest thing I have ever
Lemon
seen.
Party, we need to do a live show here if it was still standing, but it's probably just concrete. Much of
Well, what
twisted
I am
pipes.
saying in this shot is completely irrelevant to the video. This is unfortunately the only footage I captured of the rest of the property, including the former SS officer's home.
I believe this is the first time this has been filmed for YouTube. So I'm pretty sure that we are the first.
So it's the
to build
honorary
this thing.
hall
He was
for
just a
Adolf
farmer. He
Hitler.
didn't have that much money. This is a building that pays tribute, that honors Adolf Hitler. And as you know, Hitler was Hitler. Once again, very surreal.
Woke.
From what I can see, it's basically saying history is a lie. You shouldn't judge the
Look at
Nazis.
him,
As
look
an
at him, he
informed
built
person,
it.
it's my job
He
to
built it.
expose the truth.
Old Ted Bunker.
Before you pass judgment, give careful and equal consideration to both sides. You should listen to both sides before you say it's true or not. That I feel responsible to tell my fellow citizens the truth what was happening in Europe.
The inside of Hitler's hall appeared as a decaying classroom, filled with debris and relics from its heyday. Years ago, this building was in terrific shape. Most of the interior was empty, aside from a few bookshelves, tables, and chairs. And the far wall had a pair of red curtains that, when opened, revealed the shrine to Adolf Hitler, with not one, but two photos of the Führer. Fortunately today, Hitler's Great Hall is not so great.
Dude, you talk about a man cave. We can watch the Super Bowl there. TV comes back.
This is the inside of the honorary Hitler Hall. There used
You
to
can
be
put the TV right over the Hitler shrine, right over the portrait. Just move the swastikas a little to the right and the left so you could put a nice 65-inch there. Get a Bose sound system. We can watch the game.
notion that the Germans were being persecuted and Germany and Hitler and the Nazis were in the right.
Not only did the hall hold pro-Nazi reading material, but it also housed some of the owner's personal effects, including
good,
a letter
Rat's
which
Nest.
details a bar fight he got into.
Did he win?
He tried to fight the entire cops had to show up. It mentions in the first on the first page you got a disorderly conduct charge.
There's this professional sign here. What it says is, Hitler did not start World War II. Not one person was gassed to death in the Third Reich. Hitler provided religious freedom and separation from state through his...
This is a crazy... Imagine going over someone's house for dinner and this is the mural. Like in this house, we, you know, Joshua 24:15, whatever. This is the home of Ted Bunker here.
Reichsgut that. Hitler advocated for Aryans, but respected all races. Hitler protected Rome and Paris in World War II. False, 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 and protected these places from the Allied invasion. Okay, so this is somewhat true. Everything else here is false. It's a very twisted view of history. This is all false. As you know, I don't even think I have to explain this. Plainly false Nazi propaganda. Once again,
Whoa.
This is the kind of stuff you would see
Yeah,
in
sounds
the
like you're
dystopian
woke, kid.
program, much like we had in the United States during the Depression.
Oh, here we go. Here's another one.
But Hitler did
He has
start
two
the
of
war.
these
This
murals.
is the second plaque. Hitler brought work, bread, and dignity back to the German people. Hitler provided Germany with Social Security and health care. Every worker could buy a home
I mean,
and a
supposedly
car.
people loved
He
them
united
before the
German
war.
people and had a goal to unite Europe. Through his book Mein Kampf, Hitler provided direction for the future. While some of this is true because Hitler did...
It's like, I got to give it up for him there. You know, he did a lot of good things in terms of building housing for people, making groceries affordable. He's up there with Teddy Roosevelt before the war started, but he's like, I got to give it to Ted Bunker on this one.
To boost the economy. It's one-sided fact because he boosted the economy, but he also killed millions of people. I don't think every single worker could afford a home and a car, but he did manage to boost the German economy. That part is true. He had a public works program, much like we had in the United States during the Depression. He did fix the roads. He did fix up Germany. So this is
Nazi.
sort of true.
Nazi.
But once again, very one-sided.
Now you're
After
woke.
exploring the interior of the monument,
You
we
were
headed to the
Nazi, now
abandoned
you're
house
woke.
of the former SS officer.
This is where Ted
At first,
Bunker
the
lived.
basement of the house seemed extremely bland.
I haven't
and
seen this part of
unworthy
the video,
further
actually.
investigation or documentation. However, my opinion immediately changed when I did some digging.
Let's see if there's anything cool in here. A lot of math equations. What the hell?
You didn't have any
Wrapped
Nazi
cylinder
kids
by
to leave it to, I guess.
pressed seal tank. Was this guy stealing trade secrets or something?
Who knows?
There's a lot of, maybe this guy was an engineer. If we found some Nazi, like, Operation Paperclip.
Dude, this must be so exciting to dig through a dead Nazi's house.
There's something on rocket
An
propulsion,
actual
dude.
Nazi.
Dude, he might actually have been an Operation Paperclip scientist.
I mean, yeah. See, look, rocket propulsion. He has names of past rocket scientists, pre-World War II, it looks like. Goddard was an American rocket scientist.
Oh, so he was a genius, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Holy shit. Dude, this is the most insane
Dude, his
thing I've
notebook
ever
looks like
found.
Richard Kynes in A Serious Man. He's like a math genius.
I think maybe the government wanted to keep all this secret. I thought we'd find a whole bunch of Nazi memorabilia in here. Instead, we found something just as interesting, in my opinion.
Instead,
we found
we
a whole
found out
bunch
he's,
of patents for
very
rockets.
educated.
We found a lot of rocket equations, a lot of rocket research. Development for micro propulsion.
This is so funny.
Now, we originally thought the guy who served on the Eastern Front, the guy who built the Nazi memorial, came into
He was
Operation
a janitor
Paperclip.
in
This guy-
Chicago.
Operation
Right.
Paperclip for sure.
What the Allies did, they recruited a whole bunch of Nazi scientists. The most well-known was Werner von Braun, the inventor of the V2 ballistic
Wait, dude,
missile.
he looks
Nazi
Indian.
scientist, the most
That was Werner von Braun. He looks like an Indian guy. Looks like Dinesh D'Souza's
well-known
grandfather.
was Werner von Braun, the inventor of the V2 ballistic missile, which the Germans used against the British. They took all these scientists, and in exchange for rocket research, they gave all these Nazi scientists amnesty. So they agreed not to prosecute them, execute them, etc. Because the Allies wanted their research to use against the Russians during the Cold War. And actually a lot of American innovation came from a lot of Nazi research, and a lot of Nazis were actually put to work by NASA. So that's what we originally thought, but we looked through it and we think it's actually his son.
So that must have been his son.
Maybe his son was a rocket scientist who was a rocket engineer and actually came up with some patents, some new ideas. Hey, yo. Even though he might not be Operation Paperclip, there are rocket patents in here.
So Max
Now,
just
why would his kids not want his property? I mean, look, I know there's a massive shrine to Hitler in the backyard, but they could take that out. The property value would go up, I'm sure, right? No one wanted to take it
on
over?
these schematics for rockets. Where
United
were
States
these at?
patent. On the shelf. These are new rocket inventions
Goddamn.
in 1991. So I think the son might have been a rocket scientist who actually invented something new. Or
Beautiful.
tried to.
You don't think any of this would be classified, right?
Probably not.
Okay.
This video is going on. If I get killed by the government, it.
Let's see what BS is in the news this
Damn,
morning.
dude.
What?
Damn, dude. Crazy conspiracy, dude. He lived like a king. The Nazi king.
Echo and the Bunny Man. Yep, it says adult. It's born. White Panty Chronicles. Yeah.
He had porn, hell yeah.
The bunker was used for Nazi propaganda. His house was used for porn. There's nowhere you can look where you will not find pornography.
He loved porn. I'm telling you guys, there's always, and that might have been planted there after his death, maybe to who knows? You know, the man's dead. I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but there's probably some CP buried in the backyard. If you get yourself a metal detector, that's all I'm saying.
It's literally, yeah.
I see trends. I notice things.
Have I been more glad to wear
I don't mean to offend anybody.
So this is a letter comparing the founding fathers of the United States to Adolf Hitler.
Just like
There is no
Hitler?
true freedom without the freedom to keep and bear arms. America's founding fathers recognized this simple fact when they wrote the Constitution. Ironic that under Hitler, every German citizen was encouraged to have at least one rifle,
Yeah.
one shotgun, and one handgun. So here's an interesting photo. Black and white, obviously very old. Could they be Nazi officers still? For the war.
Surely he's got a copy of Mein Kampf in there, right?
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Also, go.
Someone needs to submit this property to Nick Rochford. See, he would tell you to get rid of those blinds, take this out, you're going to blow that out, you're going to be about 20, 30K in the hole. You got to strip the floors, you got to do gardening in the back. Yeah, fuck it, send him an offer. This area is hot right now. Get rid of the Hitler shrine. Anyway, that's the... I think I have another video, though. Oh, yeah, so you got to see this article from Time magazine. Yeah, here we go. So now we can learn more about the family history of Junker. Hasn't really been written about, but this guy's fascinating to me. It's kind of like Noah's Ark, where everyone thinks he's crazy, but he's just building a big swastika. Junker, whose own 4 children are split on the monument, his wife died in 1993, admits to the conflict. Among the first sites at the memorial is a large rendering of the First Amendment. Behind a vast concrete deck that looks over the pond and features a towering American flag is what Junker hopes will become something of a museum to Hitler. This is before he built it, I guess. When it was just a dream. Just a wee dream in his mind. The museum is open to anyone. Junker says he has no fear of being targeted and that if he's attacked, he will gladly die an old man who lived his life's dream. So funny. Now, this video here, a
man who wanted to open a museum honoring Adolf Hitler gets a no from Walworth County.
Should be prosecuted. He claims he was an SS officer and built the museum in honor of Adolf Hitler.
We demand justice. We demand justice.
Trying to lock him up.
We demand justice.
This door is open with cinder blocks.
There he is, yeah. There's like 3 videos on it, but look, it's so deep in the woods. Look how far you have to go. I would have loved to visited this thing. This is extraordinary.
We're gonna go down this way, okay, guys?
It's so deep in the woods. I don't know why he thought people would be coming to this like it's Mecca.
Of the property.
End over end, like people visiting the Bodhi tree in the Hindu religion. There's the pond. So I wonder if, so this is 3 years ago. Is it leveled now? No, here it is. See? People are visiting. His dream lives on. Here's what it looks like now.
The door's hanging off.
Pretty.
Everything overgrown.
Ozymandias.
Broken sentences.
Yeah.
With the letters falling off.
It's all gone to shit now, huh? It's a damn shame. People have no respect for their elders. I mean, look at this.
New order of the... I mean...
Sad. It's sad that the time moves on without you, and you're not there to defend your ideas against the youth, huh? But he fought like hell to preserve them, didn't he? I'm sure he would be very upset. He's probably looking up from hell, shaking his fist at this administration. So that was Theodore Junker. I thought that was interesting. I wanted to show you guys. Shut the fuck up, Very Good Clips. Keep cutting clips. You're going to be printing money soon. Go subscribe to them.